Hello, I'm Dr. Shoshana Garfield, and this video kicks off the Torture Recovery series. And what I want to talk to you about is something that can happen anywhere from a detention room that Amnesty International will want to see shut down, all the way to regular middle class, upper class, lower class homes with children. And it's something that doesn't seem that awful when you say it. And as many of you know, my clinic load has people on it who have been outright tortured, and also people who have been very badly abused as children. And this past week, there's been this common thread throughout the whole load, and that's about parents saying things like, if you do that again, that's going to be it, all the way up to mock executions. And I've just been so struck by this and how powerful it is. So on the one hand, look, there's no bruises there, and there's no physical harm done, and the person gets to stay alive, right? So what's the problem? On the other hand, mock executions and being threatened, the reason why it's considered torture is the psychological side. The psychological torture counts. And, you know, you might be able to tell someone, well, they threatened to kill me and they set it all up and everything, and then they didn't. And someone might go, well, and I don't quite get it. And what it's about is keying into fears of death and having control. The people doing the threats have the control. They have the control over your behavior, that you've got to do things to comply so that you avoid the death and the death threat. And once the threat is made, just once, even once, it's there. It suffuses everything, even the nice bits. Whether this is in a home around the dinner table, threat in the back of the mind. If I don't do what they want, this is it. If I don't do what they want, this is it. And it becomes this voice that kind of drums on. If they don't do what they want, this is it. If I don't do what they want, this is it. It's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Children can't make the distinction between a real threat and an unreal threat or an exaggerated threat. No more than they can tell when they're told about Santa Claus that Santa Claus isn't real. No more than someone in the detention room can know that they're not going to be executed when they've been blindfolded and told to kneel on a floor. You just can't know. And so part of the recovery process is to release all that terror. Let it go. And with ways like using tapping, which is EFT, emotional freedom technique, and there's loads of videos that I've got on that as well. And one technique out of many to use. And also, being really comfortable with death, being really okay with dying, and really resolving all your fears about your own mortality. For me, ultimately, what it comes down to is that nothing in this world can harm us, absolutely nothing. That our well-being, my well-being, your well-being is completely secure, no matter what happens. That not even your breathing, or not, impacts it whatsoever. And when you know that nothing bad can ever happen to you, that's really freeing. That's really, really freeing. And that's possible for you. So very best wishes, with immense calm and care. Bye for now.